And another 1,000 welcomes to people watching. You are here at From Broken to Worlds, where I train my injuries, train through my injuries, train around my injuries, do whatever I can about my injuries to hopefully qualify for the 2027 World's Highland Games Championships. I talk about my injuries and I talk about my knees in particular. What I have is some not acute, but not mild, but somewhat mild bursitis in my knees. So your bursa sacs get inflamed and decide to cause you issues. And I also have something called patellar femoral pain syndrome, and it's basically a title they give things when they're not too sure exactly what the problem is. But the area that's in pain is between the kneecap and shin bone, I guess you can say. And it's causing significant pain. And I also have a cyst inside my left knee. Now, the thing is they're all pretty mild. They're not major, but together they cause quite a lot of pain. So I have to train with that in mind. So here's my reverse deadlifts. And so, yeah, I train with those kind of potential injuries in mind. And the good news is that when I train, even though it can hurt and sometimes quite significantly hurt, I'm not further injuring myself. It's not that kind of an injury where something's on the verge of breaking or something like that. So a lot of this is just what can I tolerate, and it's a good and a bad thing. One thing it does do though is on athletic moves like the Highland Games throws, it will limit my athletic output when I'm trying to generate power from the ground through my legs and then into the implement, whatever implement I'm throwing. If your knees are hurting, it becomes kind of like becomes soft and the power is lost at your knees, and you end up not being able to generate near the amount of power. Even though you're not injured, it's just the pain itself does it. So that's a little bit of the diagnosis. I've had some x-rays and ultrasounds and poking and prodding and all that kind of good stuff. I finally have a appointment with a sports doctor to see what he or she, I haven't met the person yet, so he or she says about the issue. It's at the same area where a lot of Olympic athletes train, so glad to hopefully get some good care and good advice. So we'll see what the doctor says. I've been to physio, I've been to the general doctor and stuff like that. So we'll see what a more specialized doctor has to say about the issue. So these are my shoulder press. They went quite well. This is 185. So I'm happy that they're going fairly well. But yeah, that's kind of a update on my knee issues. This video is a bit delayed from last video. And that's just because I haven't really taken the time to do my voiceover. I'd edited it quite a while ago, but I didn't do my voiceover. This morning, I decided to come into the gym at my work and train there. I have a coworker here who wanted me to check out his squat form, and his squat form was really good, by the way, but I was able to show him for squats what's called the talon grip. His shoulders were a little tight, so I showed him. It was more his wrists were bothering him, so I showed him the talon grip and seemed to help. So glad to do that. One thing about coming to my work gym is I'm really appreciative of the equipment I have. It is like far superior than what they have here at work. And so yeah, I got a newfound appreciation for my equipment. I know my equipment's good and that, but it's good to go to a gym and be reminded about how good the equipment is that you do have. So that's a good thing. Here I'm walking my. You'll see what I do after. That was for my accessories. Accessories, I did a superset between. Here's my. These are 80 pounds each, doing calf holds. So I put on my knees. See my calves get flexed there, and then I just hold it. I didn't do it for the full thing, but it's 30 seconds that I hold it, and then, or maybe I did the full thing for this. Maybe I did the full thing for one. See, I've edited this a little while ago, so I can't quite remember what I did. That looks like what I did. And then once that 30 seconds done, I'm looking at the clock there. Then I turn around and do some, I guess you call them shoulder flies, or it's for the rear delts anyways. Remember the name of this exercise. So it's kind of good that we have both the adjustable dumbbell that I use for my knees, and then these light fix. They only go to 30, they're 5 to 30. So they're not heavy at all, but you don't need heavy to do rear delt exercises. So here I just showed, I think, the end. Yeah, just the end of the 30 seconds. Then over to the rear delts. Having a little bit of an elevation like I did is good, because A, gives you enough space at the bottom, and B, having an angle focuses it a little bit more on the shoulder, like higher up on the shoulder. If I was completely horizontal, it would focus more between my shoulder blades, as far as the muscle contraction is concerned. So yeah, not too sure why I did this. I just felt like doing it. There was no justification really for it. It's just something I haven't done in a long time, so thought I would get it done. An alternative to this would be doing it on the cable tower, just bending over. I could do it either with the bench, pretty much the exact same way I'm doing it here, or just standing up in a bent over position and spreading my arms out in the same sort of manner. Alright guys, well that is about the end of my workout for today. Hope your day is going well. All the best.